It was with no small astonishment that I did recently behold an account most peculiar and grotesque, transmitted not by pamphlet nor town crier, but by what the present age calls media, that slippery courier of both truth and farce. The subject of such report was a detention facility in the southern swamps of this once promising republic, wherein it was declared that men were held in proximity to beasts of the reptilian order, and that the whole arrangement was devised not by nature nor misfortune, but by policy. That such a spectacle should occur in these United States is lamentable. That it should be applauded by men in positions of trust is intolerable. When in the course of human governance it becomes expedient to sequester those who enter a nation without the leave of its laws, it is, or ought to be, the duty of a free people to administer such correction with dignity. For if liberty means anything at all, it is not merely the absence of chains, but the presence of conscience. To surround the desperate and displaced with alligators is not governance but theater, and a most vulgar performance at that. I do not fault the alligator. He bites because he knows no other way. But what of the men who placed him there? What of the lawmakers who, with quills now replaced by digital instruments, drafted such absurdities into the record of a nation that once claimed to be a refuge for the tired, the poor, and the huddled masses? It was once said by a fellow founder that eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. Yet I fear we have mistaken vigilance for vengeance, and in so doing have traded our lamp of enlightenment for the torch of spectacle. Let us be plain. No man becomes more secure by dehumanizing another. A republic that guards its borders with beasts may soon find itself ruled by them. And what of the children who shall one day read of this arrangement? Will they suppose that our government, in a moment of peril, turned to wisdom or to swampland theatrics? Will they look upon the image of tents encircled by tooth and claw and say, "Here stood a just people"? I dare say they will not. There was a time when we debated the great questions of liberty and sovereignty under candlelight tempered by mutual respect. We did not always succeed, and our failures now glare back at us from the pages of history. But let it not be said that we abandoned our better angels for the illusion of control. In this moment, let us recall that the strength of a republic lies not in its walls, nor in its teeth, but in the moral temper of its people. To use beasts as sentries is to confess a loss of faith in men. I do not object to the presence of animals, only to the absence of men.